Why is it that we hold off until things go wrong to actually do anything about it? I mean, I know that we get up in our heads. We have so many different things that is pulling our mind in all kinds of different directions that it's like, like, let's go with weight and gaining weight. If I just give it I can come back to it. Like, I'll just focus on this right now. At least this is what I'm doing. I'll focus on business. I'll focus on all these high priorities that I've sanctioned to be a high priority, and then I'll come back and I'll get back into my fitness routine. And considering the fact that I just came back from vacation and I'm wearing all these lighter clothes, considering it's getting hot, the realization is very much hitting that it's becoming a problem. Things are not fitting, and I feel lumpy dumpy, and it's more about the feeling. Like, I understand that when you're not in a physical state, you get very comfortable sitting around, being in front of a computer, hunched over, that whenever you actually put yourself into a position where you're walking more, or you actually have to present yourself with your shoulders back, then you realize just how long you have been avoiding your old routine, or even a new routine. And that's all it is a routine. It's the habit. But it's amazing. It's amazing that it can go so unnoticed and fly right under the radar because of these priorities that we set, when you yourself, your body is what you will forever live with. Like, it doesn't matter what happens. It doesn't matter if you don't have a home, if you don't have a job. You are continuously going to be in this body until you are no longer. So why do we put that on the back burner? This is not a spew about health, but it is about health, because your mental and your physical go hand in hand, and all this external stuff is literally temporary. Like, it can come and go in a matter of an instant, depending upon who you are, what your priorities are. Like, I'm very much ready to move. Like, I want to travel. I'm not even really worried about having a set location. I would be perfectly content if I just went and hit a new city every week. And it's making me realize that as much fun as that would be, I have a little bit of maintenance that I need to get back into of myself. I've really gotten lost in choke holding how to get the perfect scenario, the perfect income to come in, when, like, if you just, you have to work, you have to put in the effort, like, to actually accomplish what it is that you're shooting for. But in the midst of that, like, just moving your body and moving yourself and taking care of yourself allows for that chokehold to release, and then you're open to new things, new ideas even. And as I've kind of struggled with talking about this, because I deep dove into like a really weird social media kick of it and didn't really do my due diligence. But the more that I actually get into real communities with real knowledge and start doing my own research, it's the fact of the matter is it's kind of a life or death situation. Meaning that we are living a life and we're all going to die. So depending upon what it is that you want to accomplish within these next years of your life, there's becoming evidence, scientific evidence of others that are proving that these, call it mindfulness, call it self-awareness, all these different things really do make a big difference in moving forward and wanting to accomplish things. And yet, even in that, I myself have found myself chokeholding and attempting to make things work like that was my only missing piece. But it's really just, it's like adding extra benefits along the way, like creating little structure posts to guide the way, when really the way can be anything, because then that comes into your mind and releasing the limiting thinking, because we're really capable of anything. And I've just come to the conclusion that there's been a little bit of shame. Shocking. We've been talking about shame, and there's shame, and there's this, there is a little bit of imposter syndrome of the fact of like, I haven't accomplished what it is that I'm wanting to accomplish, but I'm also holding myself back because I have those limitations that I still believe like it's not capable for me. So, on that note, here's a little thinker. If you gave yourself 7 days, and 7 days of just you being your own accountability, feel free to leave your challenge to yourself in the comments, because I mean, I would love to be your accountability partner. But let's just say that you have 7 days that you have one area that you want to focus on. Something so simple as deep breathing, counting to 4, deep breath in, holding it for 2, and then counting to 4 as you let it out, and doing that 4 times. And you do that whenever you catch yourself tensing up, or if you're starting to get anxious, and just see what a difference that would make in 7 days. Set an alarm in your phone and see how that works, like to remind yourself. And I would love to hear your priority. Until next time, bye.